Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 7, Chapter 26. The Wheel and its Hub. Bharat is the sovereign of all nations so far as spiritual dominion is concerned. And which dominion can be richer than that? She alone is capable of scattering the clouds of doubt, anxiety, and fear that darken the minds of men, and turn them into competitive adventures in the realm of material gain and glory. These clouds have appeared over the Indian sky also. People here too are admiring darkness and slighting daylight. They blindly imitate the manners and morals of the West and open the doors of their hearts to the flood of greed and discontent. Of course, the material world, which science analyzes and studies and provides the means to control and regulate, is necessary for fulfilling the demands of living. But it is wrong to imagine that the world can give us lasting peace or joy. The Vedas and Shastras of India were not collected or compiled by fools or knaves. They were put together by people who gave up the attractions of comfortable life, as so many heroes of scientific discovery, like Edison, do now. They retired into the forests so that they could concentrate on the solution of the problems that challenged them. In every statement in the Vedas and Shastras, you get the genuine ring of actual experience and personal thrill. Do not sit on the bank of the river and pronounce judgments of the depth of the waters, or their taste or portability. Step down and examine for yourselves. That is the sign of the sincere seeker of truth. If you do not, you can be rejected as a prejudiced or perverse witness. Those who pronounce my act of creating vibhuti, holy ash, as magic are also of the same category, for they talk without any qualification. They cannot tolerate the splendor of the divine to disturb the darkness they have learnt to like. The impact on material civilization has hardened their hearts, softened their brains, and made their lives hollow and vain. Search for comfort will make a man egoistic. The rulers who frame and foster the educational system of the country are responsible for the discontent, disillusionment, and consequent delinquencies and disturbances of the students. They pay attention only to the physical and intellectual training of the youth. They forget that attention must also be paid to mental, moral, and spiritual development, so that an integrated personality can emerge. Now a child is put to school so that years later he may get a cushy job. Schooling is for gaining a living, not for gaining the ultimate in life. In all countries it is the same. Nowhere is youth trained to earn shanti, equanimity, peace. Everywhere the aim is a comfortable life, not a life of peace and undisturbed joy. Comfort is a passing phase. It is a relative stage between two discomforts. The search for comfort, for riches, for fame, for power over others, these will make a man so egoistic that he is a danger to himself and others. The only safe path is to seek Ananda within oneself, not in or through others. There is a great joy awaiting the person who radiates compassion, truth and patience, humility, reverence and piety. Mind soaked in desire cannot receive wisdom. Students must demand a revision of the system on these lines. They must demand that they be equipped better to meet the challenges of life. They must convince the administrators that this is essential. After all, they are your own people, interested in your welfare. They must listen and carry out suggestions. Zoroaster one day asked the Prince of Iran, "Go, light this lamp from yonder flame." The lamp could not be lit, for the wick was soaked in water. Then Zoroaster said, "Your mind is so soaked in desire that it cannot receive the wisdom it needs. Dry it in the sun of detachment." When teachers and the taught are immersed in worldly desire, how can light be transmitted or kept alive? There was a mother-in-law once who declared with evident satisfaction, "My daughter-in-law passed away, no doubt. But what a wonder, the terrible fever she was suffering from disappeared in a trice." The fever is not the prime thing. Her life is the crucial object to be cared for. So too, the student should know how to live a contented, peaceful, happy life. That is more important than a degree or a class in examination. The journey into the inner consciousness, to calm the storms that rage there, is more important than the journey to the moon or Mars. The latter may be more spectacular, but the former is the most beneficial. Life without goodness, good thoughts, good actions, good words, is like the sky in the night without the moon or stars. It is like a wheel without hub or spokes. No one can push a boulder away while standing on it. You cannot be free from anxiety while all the entrances through which it sneaks in are open. Stop catering to the senses and feeding the desires that haunt you. Let the name of the Anantapur Engineering College reverberate all over the country, as indicating an earnest desire to serve others, as suggestive of sweet talk and sweeter hearts. I am always happy among students, especially when they are full of love and joy, high ideals and heroic determination. I had met the students of the Kakinada Engineering College while this same principal was working there. They did fine voluntary services for the meetings there, which attracted lakhs of people from all over the area. I am happy that this college too has the same tradition of intense study combined with excellent social service. Anantapur Engineering College, July 30th, 1967. The genuine outer signs of bhakti are three: faith, humility, and apprehension. Faith in the ultimate victory of truth and love, humility before elders and the wise, apprehension in the presence of evil, fear to mix with bad company, to enter into evil designs, to act counter to the whisperings of the conscience. Sri Sathya Sai Baba.